Okay, this is a Husqvarna 323. Is it a two-stroke motor with the mixes the oil? Must be. Now, we've had this for a long time, and I just figured out I was a complete idiot. Somehow or another, I got confused with the choke position. Now, I thought this was a choke off. It is choke off. I had it backwards for some reason, and every time I was trying to start it, I had the choke in the wrong place, so it would flood out, and it's finally wised up and got it in the right place. Now, if you're having trouble starting one of these things, first, on this particular model, it has a primer button here. First thing, you got to make sure you have fuel in the tank, at least a half a tank. Press this a few times, okay? That primes the carburetor. Up here, the next thing you got to remember is make sure it's in the off position. Yeah, that's what you want. You want it in the run position, not the off position. So up is off. Just make sure, click it if it's having a hard time. This is the throttle right here. You have to press that down to get the trigger to work, otherwise it locks. Okay, don't mess with that too much. Basically, the deal is, in my idea, if you pull it more than about 3 times and nothing's really happening, you got a problem with the fuel. And at that point, you have to think, you can't keep pulling it and nothing happening. What I do is choke it, put the choke lever down, pull it 1 time, put the choke back up, then pull it 3 more times. If nothing happens, if nothing happens then, you're more or less going to have to pull the spark plug off next. And just simply take that off. It'll come off easy enough. Take the spark plug out, look at it visually, and see if it's soaking wet with fuel. If it's soaking wet, it's flooded and it won't start, so you got to leave it, let it dry out. Don't pull this thing a bunch of times when the spark plug's out, because it could screw up the electronics. Then, let it sit for a little while, or you can blow it out. If you really had to pull it, you got to make sure the spark plug is grounded on the machine. So if you're going to pull it, make sure that you leave the spark plug in its holder and touch the machine. Okay? Then, along those lines, the video is going to run. I don't want to keep going 3 minutes. Air cleaner could be giving you a hard time. Just unscrew that. But basically, the rule of, if it doesn't start after about three tries, or if it doesn't sound like it wants to start after 3 tries, then something's wrong. And you got to figure out what it is. It's either fuel or electrical. Can't be anything else. That's all there is. So there you go. Hope that helps you some.